Hey everyone, and welcome back to today's video. We are kicking off round 2 of my best of beauty for the year of 2018. If you guys didn't see my last video, I did do a drugstore version of this, so make sure to check that one out, because if you guys are looking for some awesome budget-friendly products, then that is definitely something that you guys should watch. So make sure to head over and check it out after you watch this video. If you guys want to see all of the products that I feel were standout bomb-ass products for the year of 2018, then just keep watching and we will start talking about it. The very first thing I want to talk about are blushes. The only ones that I really loved, and I've actually used these in a lot of my tutorials, are the BAREMINERALS Gen Nude. Now, I do have the whole collection, but I actually just pulled out a couple. These are kind of the ones that I've been playing around with the most. So these here are my top 3 favorites. This one here on the top is called My Blush. This one in the middle is called Beige for Days, and then the last one is called Peachy King. The other nice thing about these blushes is that they're really soft on the skin, so they're gonna really be easy to apply, and they also last a really long time. These by far are my favorite blushes for the year. I have 3 mascaras I want to talk to you guys about. I do have a total of 4, but one of them I don't have. I want to buy it, but I really want to get rid of the rest of my mascaras. So I'll start off with that one. That one there is the Butter London mascara. I believe we got that in a BoxyCharm this past year, and it was incredible, you guys. It was by far one of my favorite mascaras I have ever tried. The next one I have here is the NARS CLIMAX mascara. This one, I'm really sad to say that I'm going to have to get rid of this because I have tried to use up everything, you guys. There's really not even much left in here. After this past Christmas when I took this with me, I was like scraping it to try to get any product out. So this is one that is going to go in the trash here pretty soon, but I can tell you right now, this is going to be one of those mascaras that I'm definitely going to repurchase. The next mascara I have is the Benefit BADGAL The Benefit BADGAL Bang Mascara. It is incredible as using it for like your first layer coat to really get all of your lashes. I find that this grabs all of those lashes and also makes them look a lot longer than they are. And then the last one I have is actually by Mally, and this here is the Instantly Impactful Dramatic Lash Mascara. Another mascara that had a wand that I didn't expect to like it. It's got like, you guys see, it's just a different kind of a wand, but there is something about that mascara that really just grabs right here at the base of my lashes and really gives them that length that they need. And it also is a mascara that will keep my lashes lifted, which is very hard to find. Let's talk about primers. I have 4 primers. I know, I tried to narrow it down to like 2 and I was like, that's not gonna happen. So the very first primer I have is the LANCOME La Base Pro Perfecting Makeup Primer. If you guys really like the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, then I definitely think you guys would like this one. Although I find that this one does a much better job at like acting as a really good base and filling in all those fine lines and really making everything look a little bit more flawless. I do have the Tarte Clean Slate Slimeless Smoothing Primer. Now this is actually a primer that's been around for a while, but I decided to jump the gun and purchase it after I heard Tati. She kept raving about it over and over, and I was like, okay, maybe I do need to get it. I can definitely tell when I use this versus when I use like any other primer. When it comes to like wanting to fill in my pores as much as possible, this is the one that I go to. Like, it is one of those holy grail primers for me. I do also have the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Primer. I did want to mention this one because it's like a love-hate relationship with this thing. I love it in the winter. I don't care for it in the summer, and right now it is something that is being utilized a lot. It's one of those primers where I definitely see myself using it now. Probably not in the summer, we'll see, but right now it's awesome. The last one I have is the FARSALI SKINTUNE Blurring Primer Serum, right? Yes. I actually find that it does a lot of the things that it claims, and I like the way that it sits on my skin. It's not oily, it's not greasy, it seeps in and then it dries, and then you can go on with something else. I do also find that that primer works really well with other primers. I have some primers that I cannot blend together because they'll kind of crumble on my skin, but that is one that is very forgiving, and that is why I like it the most for one of my top primers. So the first one, I'm not going to mention it, but I'm probably going to mention it in my December favorites. It's going to be like an obvious because I definitely know I'm going to love it that much, but it is the AMUSE and Anastasia. I definitely want to say that I love it. It's one of my favorite highlighters, but I can't put it in my best of 2018 only because I've only had it for like a month, and that's not fair. I mean, I know I love it and I know it's going to get there, but You know what I mean? Like, I need to have it for a solid good couple of months to put it in there, but that's a good one. That's a bomb one. That's definitely a bomb one. The next one I have here is the Dual Finish Lancome and Luminous Gold. Really soft, creamy, buttery. And I truly was not expecting that from a Lancome highlighter. This was actually the first highlighter I tried from Lancome, and I fell in love with it. This one is a little bit darker now than what I would like for my skin tone because I'm a little bit lighter right now in the winter months. But in the summer, I really, really like this one. They do also make one that's like an opalescent, kind of like a pearl with like a little bit of a pinkish tint, which I also think would be really pretty on lighter skin tones, but definitely really pretty, especially if you have like a darker skin tone. I think this would look so beautiful on you. Every time I mention this brand, so many of you guys get so excited about it because you guys love this brand as much as I do, and hands down, one of the best formulas I've ever found for highlighters has got to be from OFRA Cosmetics. This here is the Glow Up palette. Now, they do make these individually, but I love this palette alone because it has a lot of my favorite shades in here. OFRA highlighters in general are amazing. If you guys are wanting a good highlighter, a highlighter that's going to last, a highlighter that is going to work on all makeup looks and everything, and you can use it for your highlight, you can use it for your inner corners, your nose, whatever it is, you've got to get yourself an OFRA Cosmetics highlighter. Like, I cannot stop raving about this. Like, it was kind of easy to pick out a contour palette. I decided to just kind of keep it minimal and do either contour or bronzer, but I was like, you know what? This is the one that I know that I've been obsessed with since I've had it, basically. And you guys know because I rave about this all the freaking time, and it is the Bare Minerals Contour BAREPRO palette. This is my favorite contour palette to use, and I love it because this color is not as dark as it comes off in the palette. It is really easy to work with, and it actually comes off a lot softer, so it blends in really well with the skin. Bare Minerals was hands down one of my favorite brands this year. They just came out with so many great products. They definitely revamped themselves, and they just kind of threw themselves out there, and they have so many great products to try out. So I spent so much more money on drugstore foundations this year and fell in love with so many versus high-end. And the number one high-end foundation that I really fell in love with this year was the Bare Minerals BAREPRO Liquid Foundation. I'm not going to spend a lot of time with this because I actually rave about this all the time. I talk about it in so many of my videos. It's amazing. It is by far one of my favorite high-end foundations. I just repurchased this one because I fell in love with it. The shade that I'm in is in shade number 18, Pecan. If you guys have not tried their liquid foundation, you have got to try it. It is incredible, you guys. It is definitely a medium to full coverage. It's easy on the skin. You can make it nice and soft on the skin, and then you can get super glam with it. It sits well. It's not heavy. It doesn't feel caking. It's long wearing. It's just a really great all-around formula. Let's go into concealers. People, I watched a lot of these best of makeups because I wanted to see what a lot of other people were thinking already, and so many people, along with me, raved about the Born This Way Too Faced concealers. If you guys haven't tried these, you guys need to. These were it for me. Like, these were the best concealers. I will say that I did not buy as many palettes this year as I thought I did, which I'm very proud of myself. A lot of people said it, and I agree. This was the year of palettes, like palette after palette after palette after palette, where it almost got really annoying. Is one that I've mentioned a few times here on my channel. We did a full-on review on this, and then we talked about this in some favorites in here. And this here is the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. This, I feel like, did not get as much hype as it should have, and then once people realized how good it was, then it got so much more hype, you know? This was one of my favorite palettes to play with this year. I still dive into this palette. I take it with me everywhere. I find the color scheme to be really amazing and great. The formula is amazing. The brighter colors in here are very vibrant, very potent. The darks in here are really nice. The metallics in here are really creamy. They're really buttery. This blue, like deep navy shimmery blue, is one of my favorites right here. Oh, I use that as much as possible. And this green right here too. Don't mind the broken nail. But I'm going to mention this one. This is a much newer purchase of mine. It is the ABH Sultry palette. Like, that's not even fair. I mean, that's just hand swatches, y'all. Just hand swatches. before I get saying into much more, let me talk about this one really quickly, and then I'll say what I was going to say. The next one I wanted to mention is the ABH Soft Glam palette. This was also a palette that I did not know if I was going to like. I waited a little bit. I never did a review. I bought it on my own, played around with it, and you guys asked me what I thought about it, and I said I absolutely love it. It's an amazing palette. This one gets a lot of love. Great neutral palette. There's nothing too crazy about this palette, but it has all of the colors that I love. When I have like my Z palette out, I have a lot of the Anastasia single palette shadows, and I've noticed that the single shadows that I always dive into from her are very similar to a lot of the shades that I have in here. So I think that's why I love this palette so much. Soft Glam is something I can wear all year long, and I would have no problems getting rid of a bunch of other palettes and just living off that one. But Sultry is one of those palettes where I need that more cooler tone vibe for me every so often, and that is where I feed off of it, and then Modern Renaissance kind of just wraps it all. That's my top 3 best palettes ever. There it is. This year was the year of liquid lipsticks, and it was a sad year for my lips because I tried so many, and so many did not want to cooperate, but I did find a few that I really liked. I'm hoping that 2019 is the year of lipsticks and lip glosses because I love lipsticks, I love lip glosses. So I do have 2 liquid lipsticks, kind of, that I fell in love with this year, and I used all the freaking time. I did a full-on review on these, and I did like a lip swatch, and these here are the BUXOM Vava Plump liquid lipsticks. These don't completely go to a liquid lipstick. It's more of like a glossy liquid lip, if you know what I mean. If you don't like anything that doesn't dry, I don't know that you'll like this formula. I have 3 of them because these are my 3 favorite. This one is Come to Dolly. This is my kind of like everyday liquid lip that I wear. This one here is like a really soft baby pink I love, and this one is called Amuse Me. And then the last one I have is called Getting Warmer. And this one is more of like your brown nude. I do have one more that I can't find, which is more of like my wine one, and I think it's called Wine and Dine or Wine With Me. And that one I actually wore to a Christmas party, and I was like, oh my god, it's beautiful. Anyways, these are a really great formula if you liked what I explained earlier. If you guys want to see all of them, though, in action, I'll definitely link that right here so you guys can check it out. Sticks. And then for lipsticks, my favorite formula for this year would have to be the Urban Decay lipsticks here. I just have a few that I wanted to mention. I have quite a few that I go through, but these 3 for sure were some of my favorites. They're pretty neutral, but the first one we have is called Amulet, and this one's got more of a metallic finish, which I really like. This one, I don't like to wear it all by itself. I actually kind of like to pair it like right in the center for more of like a pouty lip. This next one that I have here is called number 66. It's just called 66, and it's actually from the Born to Run collection, so it's got like the Born to Run cap going along with it. And then the last one I have is called Back Talk. So these 3 are my favorite 3 right now. They're just so pretty, and they're so easy, and you guys can kind of see like a reoccurring theme, right? All right, so that there is my best of 2018. I hope you guys see some products in here that you guys enjoyed this year. If you guys have any products in here that you guys really liked, or maybe you didn't like them, let me know in the comments below. We can discuss it. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. If you guys are new to my channel and you guys haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit that button. I hope to see you guys all in my next video. If you guys don't know, I do upload on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 6 p.m. So I will see you guys all in my next video, and I hope to talk to you guys soon, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.